We're through the warm-ups. Both teams are ready. And away we go from Wisconsin. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL. I love throwing on first down, and when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Quick slant to Samuel. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. On the move, past the 40. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the 35 on second down. He'll get this to Samuel. And they take him down right along the 30. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's on the move. And this time they're gonna get there and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the sack. Complete, it's McLaurin. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jair Alexander with the stop. And the Packers will go with a dime look. Third down coming. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it. And they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
Schrader's kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
Motioning Watson left. Love throwing to start us off. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He's on the move, and they'll get there and stop him at the line.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Commanders will go on offense. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They've got first down from the 31. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now. From the 38. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Daniels. That's caught for the first. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Again, Daniels to the air. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He's got it near the 8. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Once more, it's Robinson. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you're getting a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a 9-point advantage. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Jaden Reed to return this. Returns looking good so far. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. Packers taking the field now. Their 2nd series of the game coming up. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Love out of the shotgun. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Play fake, it's Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain. Give him 3 on that gain. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Jacobs running behind center. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They stick with Jacobs. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And defenders are there to get him at the line. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
Man, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun now for Love. That's caught, Tucker Kraft. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. That's complete to Musgrave. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Love from the gun. He brings it in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run, Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Packers at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. The loss sets them up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Love. He's got it! And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Jacobs. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Samuel now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He put some air under this one, deep right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Robinson on the inside give. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. The Commanders ready for the punt. Keyshawn Nixon returning this for the Packers. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. To the air with Love. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Nearly an interception on that play. So second down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Second and 10, Love trying again. Completes this one to Kraft. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Love. Complete beyond the marker. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Love to throw again. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Gets this one to Watson. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Love. He's got Watson. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So that brings up second down. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the tip.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Commanders pick this one up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. So just like that, Brock, a very nice drive ends in a whimper from that offense and a real roar from the defense, who get off the field by recovering that fumble.
Yeah, that defense was just getting walked backwards, and one of them finally said, enough is enough. And I'll tell you, the way they were moving the football offensively, I think you felt it, I felt it.
Yeah.
A touchdown was coming, but that defense responded.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. Now that brings us to the midway point of this one. The Commanders enjoying a nice little lead here on the road. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Nixon now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Out comes Green Bay. They have the first series of this second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. On target to Musgrave. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. Third and just 2 to go. Here's Love to throw. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down throw. Here's Love. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing now, off play action. Short pass caught by his tight end. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. And for the Commanders, a fifth defensive back out there. They're going nickel on third down. Love out of the shotgun. Reed's got it. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing on first down, Love. He's got a man left. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Packers.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. Going run again with Jacobs. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15. Love now to throw. That finds Jacobs complete. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
3rd and long, here's Love. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. The kick by Folk is good. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Samuel now to return it. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, It gets the better defenses in this league.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Their punter making his way out now. And this will be his second effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be their football. Out now runs the Packer offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motioning Watson left. Love now. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Handoff here to Jacobs. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Play fake, it's Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell, sell, sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, it's Daniels. Able to hit Gallup, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. Well, we didn't see either side separate through 3. It's all tied at 10 to begin the 4th. First and 10 now from the 30. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now it's Terry McLaurin on the target. So they're left facing 3rd and long. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
5 yards there on 3rd down, so that's going to make this 4th and short much more interesting.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Zane Gonzalez. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. On the return, here comes Reed. And look at this return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun now for Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Takes the handoff, now Love. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Love on 3rd and short. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Punting unit out now. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Daniels back to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Third and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
McLaurin, the receiver, in motion left. Big gain, has them across the 40. And he's down all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And this one doesn't go far. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Commanders holding on to a field goal lead. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Robinson. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw it. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. On the return, here comes Reed. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Here he is to throw. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Looking to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Desperation time here on 4th. They connect for the 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. Catch is made down the right sideline. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. Back to throw. He's still going at the 30. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And he catches it to tie this game in the final minute. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
Now the kick team out to steal away the lead with a point after. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Samuel now to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They've got 1st down from the 31. Daniels from the pistol. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. To throw, Daniels. Finds his target, Gallup. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers' side of the field. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 46. Chased out to his right. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. And the Packers at a 50-B out there for this third down play. Throwing now. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And now the Commanders face a very important 2-point attempt. Now Daniels off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Unsuccessful on the 2-point try. Not that they were really worried about that particular play. All they really care about, Brock, is what happens on this upcoming kickoff.
Yeah, most importantly, you took that last-second lead when you needed it the most. Now, you just got to prevent any type of shenanigans, and you'll walk out of here with a coveted win.
Bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can